Speed and mobility versus protection, professional use versus just range use or general preparedness. Guys, the days of just law enforcement and military being the only ones to buy and use plate carriers are long in the past, and that's for good reason. But we're going to be talking about all things plate carriers today and what you should be looking for as a consumer when you're actually going to buy a plate carrier. And then we're going to cover my latest one, which is a high-speed gear core. Hey, suddenly my arm's back in the fight, but I'm out of ammo on that one too. Watch the click. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex from IronInfidel.com. If you want to support our channel, head over to our website. We sell fitness products, t-shirts, things like that. We just got through the holidays. Half of you guys probably put on some extra pounds. So if you want to work that off, we sell the products to do that. And I also want to talk about this video's sponsor, the United States Concealed Carry Association, the USCCA, which is what you might know it by. These guys literally save lives by providing self-defense, education, training, and peace of mind for over 500,000 Americans. So if you do want to sign up, which I recommend you do, click the link down in the description below. Now, today I want to talk about what you, the consumer, should be looking for when you're deciding whether to buy a plate carrier and what carrier to buy. And we're also going to touch on my latest carrier, which is a high-speed gear core, which I've had for a little over a year now. Actually longer than this plate carrier's actually been out, but they sent it out to me to kind of test out. They did not ask for a review video. This is not a sponsorship. Now, anytime I'm going to buy anything that's going to go on my body or on my kit, I always ask myself these two questions. Why do I need this item, and what is the purpose behind it? And if I don't have a clear answer to those questions, then typically I won't buy it, because it really just means I don't actually need it. And I think you should be asking yourself those same questions, because anytime you're adding something to your body, you just became a hair less mobile. Not just because the weight that you're adding onto yourself, but also the things start sticking out. So it's hard to get into those unorthodox shooting positions behind cover, or if you're on a team and you're moving through narrow hallways, trying not to rub up against walls and giving away your position. So I've had a few different setups throughout the years. When I first started on the SWAT team, I had the First Beer Strand Hog, and I really liked that because it was large enough to carry all of the things I needed, but it was also still slim enough to be somewhat mobile. I eventually transitioned to this HRT rack plate carrier for the same purpose. Again, I like this one a lot. I made a video about this about a year ago, so if you're looking into that plate carrier, go ahead and check that video out. But the similarities between the Strand Hog and the rack are they're large enough to carry everything you need for a fully built out kit. And I say that because when you're on a SWAT team or something like that, you are responding to pre-planned events where you have specific responsibilities like high-risk warrant services. Well, in those cases, I need to be able to react to anything. So I have to have chemical agents on me, less than lethal, gas mask, flashbangs, medical, all of those different types of things. So you need a lot of space to put all of that on there, but you still don't want to be huge like those 1990s SWAT guys. There's probably still some out there that are not happy with me saying that, but all super bulky stuff, and you just can't move. You feel like you're the kid on It's a Christmas Story. But for a patrol cop, you're not going to need something like that, or you're not going to want something like that. You want something smaller so you can throw it on as a quick reaction plate carrier. You can have it in your trunk. You have it there if you need it. And a funny story about that, I learned my lesson. There was one time we were going to be doing a pre-planned mission somewhere else, but then something happened, a pursuit happened, and somehow I had to get in a patrol car, fully built out kit with a helmet on, driving like 100 miles an hour. I had my gas mask on my back, so I'm sitting like an old lady, like I'm 80 years old, trying to drive to this pursuit going 80 miles an hour. I got a helmet on. All the people next to me looking at the car like, what the hell is this guy doing? And I realized, yeah, I don't want to have to do that as a patrol cop, throw on this big bulky thing, because it's just a disaster. Something small, something streamlined. Say, for example, an active killer call. That is a direct to threat response as a patrol cop. It's not like it was back in the 90s where you'd set up a perimeter, call in the SWAT team, and then sit there and wait, because lives are being lost every second that you wait. Nowadays, you're going straight to the source of the problem and eliminating them. In that case, I don't need LTL, I don't need a gas mask, I don't need all these extra things. I need spare mags, medical, and some armor. And I think that's kind of where the high-speed gear core plate carrier shines. It's very minimalistic. And I also think for 99% of the civilian population, if you ask them, what do you want a plate carrier for? It's probably going to be for a quick reaction carrier. Should they get thrust into some type of life or death situation, they want something that they can throw it on for added protection. So what situations would that be for a non-LE civilian? Well, the first one, like I mentioned before, an active killer. Is it likely that you're going to have a plate carrier on you when that pops off in public? Probably not, because you're going to be away from your vehicle, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't store one of these in your vehicles and prepare for the situation. And don't let anyone tell you that you shouldn't. And then the next would be maybe like a home invasion. And there's that same debate. Are you going to be throwing kit on during a home invasion? Will you have time? I totally understand the argument. You're not going to be throwing a full kit on, helmet, nods, comms, things like that. Of course you're not. But having a plate carrier stored in a strategic position, maybe next to your gun safe or something like that, it's not unrealistic to grab this thing and throw it on. And I think in that context, yeah, you absolutely could use a plate carrier as a non-LE civilian. So let's start talking about the high-speed gear core plate carrier itself. It's about $130 on their website, which is totally reasonable for a plate carrier in today's market. It's made of 1000D Cordura, or nylon, I think, rather. And very minimalistic. Up front, you've got laser cut moly all the way around on both sides, and you also have this vertical laser cut moly if you were to attach a push to talk here, which I don't have on mine. And then when I talk about a plate carrier, I always say the most important thing to me is going to be the shoulder straps. These are thin and padded, which I like. I like thin padded shoulder straps. I don't want them to be too bulky, which I'll touch on here in a second. And they're stitched in on both sides, which is in contrast to what you see a lot of plate carriers doing nowadays, which those quick release buckles. The reason a lot of plate carriers have quick release buckles is so that if you get injured and somebody's going to provide you medical attention, they want to be able to take the plate carrier off really quickly and get to that spot where they need to render aid. High-speed gear decided not to do that on theirs. Who really nailed it is the rack plate carrier. They have the strong side stitched in, and then the support side on that plate carrier has a buckle. Why did they do that? Why did they do support side buckles, strong side stitched in? Because most people are right-handed shooters. And when you're using a rifle, if you have a buckle there, typically that can interfere with your ability to shoulder a rifle. So they left that side clear so you could still get a good shouldering of your rifle, but also they can take it off quickly with that support side quick release. Up front, I've got two double stacked high-speed gear taco pouches, because taco pouches are the best pouches out there, and then a high-speed gear tourniquet mag pouch. Around the back, same thing, laser cut moly all the way around. I have nothing on the back of mine because I don't need to store anything on the back. And on the sides, the cummerbund. This is where a lot of people will see issues with this plate carrier, and it really depends on what you're getting it for. For me, this thin strap on the cummerbund is totally fine, but I would have never used this for my full decked out kit because I needed to store things like a radio. I stored things like handcuffs, so I needed that added space. This would have never worked. But for me, in my context now, this is a range plate carrier or a quick reaction plate carrier, or even fitness. I actually use this for fitness. It's actually a great plate carrier for that. Doubles as that. Quick tip. So I like the thin cummerbund because it's very comfortable. On the inside, you have this padded mesh for airflow, and other than that, that's about it, guys. On back, you have a grab handle. Like most plate carriers nowadays, why would you need a grab handle? In case you get injured and you have a friend with you, they can grab you and drag you out of that bad situation that you're in. Other than that, it's a very minimalistic plate carrier. It depends on what you need it for. Would I use this for a fully built out kit? No, I wouldn't. I think there's other ones that are better on the market. But if you're a regular guy who goes to the range, you want a quick reaction carrier, or you want something for fitness, this plate carrier is perfect for all that. It's what I've been using for the past year, and I love it. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate your support of this channel. Do not forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe button, all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Suddenly my arm's back in the fight, but I'm out of ammo on that one too. Watch the click.